Hey guys, welcome to another Python tutorial, and in this video we're going to discuss for range loops. So if you're ready, let's get started. So as you guys know, I haven't made a video for a while, so the last video I made was about while loops. So let's just do a quick recap on how a while loop works. So let's say I have a variable I right here and it's set to 0. Well, let's change this. If I does not equal 10, which it won't, then increment I by 1 and then print it to the terminal. So this is going to run 10 times, and once I does equal 10, then this code will not run anymore. And then at the end we can just print finished. So if we run this, then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then we get finished right here. So this is how the while loop works. But now let's comment this out. So to comment things in Python, you just use the pound symbol. So let's just comment this out, and now let's discuss the for range loop. So to create the for range loop, we first type in for, like the while loop, we type in while, but for the for loop, we type in for. And then we say for, let's create a variable. So let's say for I again, for I in range. And this is saying like in the range. So we want to specify a range of numbers. So the starting, we're going to start at 0. And now it's saying it needs a stopping index. So this is going to be the number it's going to stop at. So for this one, we'll stop at 10. And it's very important to note when you're coding in Python, I is never going to be equal to 10 because it's always going to stop one index less. So if I print this to the terminal, you're going to see that I is only going to be equal to 9. It's never going to reach 10. So if I run this, we always get to 9. Even though we have 10 numbers because we start at 0 and we end at 9, so this is 10 numbers, but we never reach 10. We always go one index less. So if we wanted to get to 10, we would do 11. So if I run this, there, we get 10. Or if I wanted to start from 1, then I would do this, 1. So this is how you create a for range loop. But now what's the difference between this type of loop and a while loop? The while loop is very good for true or false conditions. So for example, let's say that I create a while loop. So this is a good example where a while loop would be useful. So let's say I had a variable called string, and while x does not equal string, then run some code right here. Otherwise, then don't run anything. So if I, for example, had x equal to s, then if I ran it, we'll continue to print x, which would be s. But unfortunately, then it would just be an infinite loop because x will never equal string because we're not running any code right here. But let's say, for example, we were, then eventually x would equal string, and then we would exit this loop. But now when it comes to numbers or increments, then a for range loop would be better because this is technically what it's made for. While I is ranging from 1 to 11, then print I. So a for range loop is much better for incrementing with numbers, while a while loop is very good for just looping until some condition is met. So that is the difference between a while loop and a for range loop. That's how you code one. If you like this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you in my next video.